Thank you, everyone. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to find the words, trying to find the right words, which is quite difficult. One part of me is really, really happy that so many of us are here. We are here to honor Ervin Laszlo. Not only as a concert pianist, a systems philosopher, scientist. We are here to honor him as a soul. And this is a very difficult, but also very easy thing to do. Difficult because we all feel this sadness, and this sadness somehow keeps continuing. And I wonder when it would stop or quiet down. But it also makes me feel really grateful for everyone for being here together in this incredible circle. We are here from all around the world. I was just reading briefly with all the messages everywhere, and it's just so touching, because Ervin had so many beautiful souls as friends from all over the world. He lived for so long and touched so many lives throughout his multiple incarnations, as he liked to call it, when he was a concert pianist, when he became more interested in consciousness and started to work in that field. And not even working, he always said he was getting downloads. And of course, a concert pianist turned systems philosopher and evolutionary leader. It's his vision that inspired all of us to see ourselves in this way that he described so beautifully, so uniquely, that we are all deeply interconnected with one another in the Akashic field. He loved talking about the Akashic field in a living, evolving cosmos, and those insights that he was always grateful whenever he got those insights, and that he was able to tune in, not only inspired us right here, right now, people before us, and it will inspire generations to come. And Ervin understood this. He understood all the work that had to be done and still needs to be done, not only with systems thinking and consciousness and global ethics, but the way he was able to convey it so clearly, so precisely, yet with so much depth and heart. He had this remarkable ability to bridge science and philosophy and spirituality and make it effortless, with his firm conviction that humanity is capable of making breakthroughs, becoming interconnected, evolving. So, again, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for being here, honoring Ervin. This is what we are doing here. We are honoring Ervin Laszlo. And I would like to quickly go through the program a little bit and introduce our beautiful team. We have Redonda Dobbins here with us from Florida. Hi, Redonda. And she's helping me. She's a beautiful being, and she's helping me so much to organize this. And we have Lilian van der Velde, our shaman, who is going to guide us this beautiful 4 directions ceremony to honor Ervin. And I'm just really, really grateful for all the teamwork that just somehow everything aligned, because Ervin passed away on the 29th of June. His 94th birthday was on June 12th, and today is July 12th, so just a month after his 94th birthday. And right now, besides the sadness, I do know that we all feel this love that we had for him as a human being, as a beautiful soul. So I would like to invite everyone to connect from that place, from that heart space, and go with that intention. Again, thank you everyone for being here. And I would like to give the word to Lillian to explain a little bit what are we doing first with the 4 directions, and we have some time for everyone to share their memories and thoughts about Ervin Laszlo after that. And we also have some written contributions, so just let this event flow. And again, thank you so much for being here. If you would like to talk a little bit later, there's going to be a space for that, and we're going to guide that we're going to ask everyone to put their hands up, either physically or with a little emoji, and then we're going to go step by step. Again, thank you so much. Lillian.
This ritual is to honor all that Ervin has left, has imprinted in the web of life, to recognize it so that it stays and it continues to grow. It's presenting him and all he's left to all directions, so it is honored and it remains and it continues to grow. I will do something in each direction, and the people in that direction, representatives of that direction, will then talk and share. And also we will use our voice all together. I will just give a song that is used since very long time for calling in the directions, and you are invited where you are to sing together in your own, it may be in your own way, with your voice, with sound, to make it resonate in that web, in those strings over the world, so that it enlivens his legacy, it enlivens his message, it enlivens all the connections that he has made already, and so that they continue through space and time. So let's all get into our hearts and together honor the memory of Ervin, his life's work, and the imprint he has left in the web of life on earth and beyond. We now gather in this sacred ritual together with nature and with Grandmother Earth, who connects and remembers everything, who is connected to the cosmos and every dimension of the living field. We as humans honor and awaken this living imprint that Ervin left, and that I'm sure his soul continues to nurture. Now let's settle into ourselves and let us all settle together. Take a deep breath into your body and the impulse from your heart, and everything that connects you with Ervin, his message and his life's work. where it resonates in your own heart, in your own soul. Breathe into that space and the sensations. And all the connections, these feelings made within you and all around you. And as you exhale, gently place all these connections and feelings into the hands of Grandmother Earth beneath you. In the place where you are, your living place, your country. Breathe deeply with the earth below you, as deeply as your heart can go. As deep as your feelings are. Then let's ask Grandmother Earth, how deeply do we need to settle, to come together, to feel connected together to the web of life, and to receive the depth of Ervin's presence and work. Let's breathe with her. She knows. She knows Ervin, she's known all his work, she knows all the seeds he's planted and how to feed them. Feel where you come to rest. And feel our living circle. The circle we form not only as humans, but with all that lives. And we can all say aloud, thank you, Grandmother Earth, and all living beings for honoring Ervin, for remembering him and carrying forward his message of unity, of love, and of peace. Let's breathe together as one. And let us join hands in a circle, together with nature, to hold, to welcome, and to carry this living message together throughout the web of life. We welcome the presence, the love and the wisdom of Ervin Laszlo that will always be there. We honor all the relationships he nurtured, the seeds he planted, all the lives he touched. Let's turn toward the land of Ervin's birth, to Hungary, where it all started. We breathe with that land and we honor his roots, his ancestors, his teachers, all those who inspired him, and the music that he shared and that shaped him, the love that nourished him, and all the relationships and connections that he has cultivated there. And then Nora, you can go on.
Thank you, Lillian. It's a little bit hard to talk about Ervin and Hungary, but I just really like to invoke the land of Hungary. He was born in Budapest on June 12, 1932. His father was a shoemaker, and his mother was an aspiring concert pianist. His uncle was a philosopher and a violinist. It's something that is a very special thing, and it stimulated Ervin as a young child, not only to music, but a combination of music and philosophy. And he began playing the piano at age 5, memorizing the pieces by ear rather than through just reading them. He just felt the music. His motherland, helped him to grow, to practice, to feel into this feeling, how he can play. He made a debut when he was 7, the Budapest Philharmonic. At 9, he was performing complicated pieces, just felt into it, in the Budapest Philharmonics. At age 11, he was performing Beethoven and Mozart and everything for the Hungarian, the beautiful Liszt rhapsodies, Bartók, Kodály. And his master, Donhányi, who claimed that this boy is just 11 years old, he's simply genius. And his master enrolled Ervin in a master class. He was raised and matured by this frequency until he was 15 years old when he made his debut in New York at Carnegie Hall after winning the Grand Prix in Geneva at the piano competition. After that, he left Hungary to spread the music, playing great music that gave him an experience of wholeness and beauty. So from Hungary, he toured as the Hungarian prodigy and delighted the world with playing the piano in the only way that he could. And in the meantime, he reflected on the philosophical theories and the importance of creating something, always with the basis of music. So we are invoking that feeling of Hungary, the motherland, and Ervin's native language, Hungarian. So I'm going to say a few words in Hungarian just to honor him. Those of you who are Hungarian going to understand it, but I'm just basically going to say, I love you, Ervin. Szeretlek, Ervin. Thank you so much. Köszönöm szépen. We are honored to have you with us, and we are grateful to you. Minden tiszteletünk a tiéd, és hálásak vagyunk neked. Thank you.
We also honor all the work he has developed, the research he has done later on from there, from Hungary through the Club of Budapest. May the lands, the waters, the forests, and the people of Hungary remember him and carry forward his music in all dimensions, all the seeds he planted. And now let us turn toward Italy, the land where he lived for so many years, and from where his life's work flourished, and the place where he completed his journey in this earthly dimension. May the land, the mountains, the peoples from Italy hold his memory with gratitude. May the living web in Italy also continue to nourish and spread his love and his wisdom and his works for unity and peace. And now, leaning on these roots, these lands, we turn our awareness to the east, present and we acknowledge and honor Ervin's presence and his work in the East. All the connections he has nurtured there, all the pathways he has opened. In all the countries in the East. May his work take root in the deep memory of the earth and people in the East. Also in Ukraine, in Russia, where he presented at the Global Forum of Environment and Development, and to China, Korea, Japan. Let the people from those countries share about him.
Thank you, Lilian. First, I would like to play a beautiful video message from Mr. Hiro Sayonji from the Goi Peace Foundation. And after that, I would like to invite one of his daughters, Rika, to share a beautiful poem. So let me play this video first.
Dear friends and family members of Dr. Ervin Laszlo, it is with profound sadness that we heard that the news of passing of Ervin Laszlo on June 29th. Masami and I would express our deepest condolences to Carita and Ervin's family and friends. Since he was honored with the Goi Peace Award in 2001, we have had the great privilege of enjoying a close friendship with Ervin for over a quarter of a century. Throughout these years, we worked together on numerous projects, and it was a true honor to co-found the Fuji Declaration alongside him. We hold dear the wonderful memories of the time we spent together, especially the warm hospitality Ervin and Carita extended to us at their home in Tuscany. Those moments of conversation and laughter are memories we will cherish forever. We have the utmost respect for Ervin's lifelong dedication and his monumental contributions to world peace and the evolution of humanity. His vision and wisdom have profoundly touched the lives of so many, including our own. While we mourn his loss, we pray for his soul to find eternal peace. We hope that from the spiritual realm, he will continue to guide and inspire us as we carry forward the work he pioneered. Our thoughts and prayers are with all his family and colleagues. May peace prevail on us. With deepest sympathy and gratitude, Masami and Hiro Sayonji.
Thank you so much. Thank you and deep gratitude to Masami Sayonji and Hiro Sayonji for this beautiful message. May peace prevail on earth. I would like to ask Rika Sayonji.
So I'll dedicate my poem in Japanese to my beloved and most respected Dr. Ervin Laszlo. 親愛なるアービン・ラズロー博士。あなたの英知はいつも私に芸術のような響きを放っていました。それは神そのもの、ディバインスパークの響きでした。言葉で受け取る人は言葉で、科学で受け取る人は科学で、そして芸術のように言霊のように受け取る人もいました。あなたの光は太陽の光のように、すべての人に多様に開かれていました。 深く感じてきた宇宙と私は一つにつながっているということを、あなたは生涯をかけて世界に手渡してくださいました。心から尊敬し感謝しております。あなたはきっと今、星となって輝いている。これからもこの地球に光を差し続けてくださることを信じています。東の空の下日本より、あなたのメッセージがこの大地に、この海に、この世界に広がっていきますように、世界人類が平和でありますように。Thank you. 親愛なるアービン・ラズロー博士。あなたの英知はいつも私に芸術のような響きを放っていました。それは神そのもの、ディバインスパークの響きそのものでした。言葉で受け取る人は言葉で、科学で受け取る人は科学で、そして芸術のように言霊のように受け取る人もいました。あなたの光は太陽の光のようにすべての人に多様に開かれていました。私が深く感じてきた宇宙と私は一つにつながっているということを、あなたは生涯をかけて世界に手渡し続けてくださいました。心から尊敬していますし、心から深く感謝しております。東の空の下日本より、あなたのメッセージがこの大地に、この海に、世界中に広がってゆきますように。世界人類が平和でありますように。
Thank you so much, Rika. Thank you so much for joining us. Rika and Yashio Mochizuki, they created a beautiful video to be played, but it was like a backup plan in case she couldn't make it. And thank you again, Yashio and Rika, for being here, because I know it's very, very late in Japan right now, and it's already tomorrow in Japan. I understand that, so it's deep gratitude to you for being able to be here in person. Thank you so much. I would like to ask Won-Soo Kim, representing the Kyunki University. He's director of the Global Academy for Future Civilizations and the former Undersecretary General of the United Nations. Thank you for being here. I know it's also very late in South Korea, so it's an honor to have you.
Thank you, Nora, first of all, for inviting us to this deeply touching and beautiful ceremony to celebrate the life of Dr. Ervin Laszlo. Dr. Ervin Laszlo has long relationship of association with Korea and also Kyunghee University system. He helped our founder make UN, designate the UN International Day of Peace 44 years ago. And afterwards, he has done a lot of projects with us. So the Chancellor, the son of our late founder, sent a message to all of you, and I have the honor to read on his behalf. The quote, "Dear members of Dr. Ervin Laszlo's family and friends, on behalf of the Kyunghee University system, I extend my deepest condolences on the passing of Dr. Ervin Laszlo. Dr. Laszlo's passing has brought us profound sorrow, made all the more poignant by the special friendship he shared with Dr. Young-sik Cho, the founder of the Kyunghee University system. During the past several decades, Dr. Laszlo visited Kyunghee on several occasions, inspiring our faculty and younger generations to reflect on the philosophical and civilizational significance of the extraordinary interconnectedness that brings humanity, life, consciousness, and the cosmos. Dr. Laszlo often reminded us that the universe itself empowers us. He believed that within each of us resides a cosmic force and an innate tropism that continually draws toward coherence and oneness with every form of existence. Throughout his remarkable life, Dr. Laszlo's profound thought was deeply aligned with the spirit of academy and peace that Gyeonggi has long embraced. His lifelong dedication to holistic wisdom, the evolution of consciousness, and a better future for our planetary society remains an enriching source of inspiration for Gyeonggi's own journey. We will always cherish the friendship we shared with him and the invaluable intellectual and spiritual exchanges that enriched our community. The light of wisdom and compassionate global engagement that Dr. Laszlo bestowed upon humanity through the Akashic field will always remain a guiding light on Gyeonggi's journey toward peace, holistic wisdom, and the flourishing of our planetary community. With our deepest sorrow and enduring respect, Inwon Cho, Chancellor, Gyeonggi University System, unquote. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for these beautiful words, not only from yourself, Wonsu, but representing South Korea. It's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for those beautiful words from Gyeonggi University. It's an honor to have you here with us. Thank you. And now we move to Master Zhigang Shah. Thank you for being here.
I will offer very unique and honor to Dr. Ervin Laszlo. I will sing a soul song. I will offer the love, compassion, blessing, honor to his soul. I will sing and I will translate. Yo, you, ya, ya, you, ya, yo, you, ya, ya, you, ya, yo, yo, ya, ya, hey, yo, ya, hey. Dear beloved Ervin Laszlo, my deeply respect spiritual brother. I knew him through Bill and Gil Gladstone. Gil is here. I love Ervin Laszlo, his family, Bill, Gil, and all the people I have met in his life, or everybody here, we celebrate his life. When I came to his home, he gave me such love, care. He shared the deep wisdom of oneness. You know, I came from China, Buddhism, Taoism, Confucianism. People think three, they are one. Heaven and Mother Earth are one. All humanity, all souls are one. Ervin's wisdom very deep, Akashic record, some leader just now shared, and spirituality, wisdom, science, artist, East, West. I have learned a lot, and we have done a research with him. Bill gave help, and also we are the personal friend. But when I heard his transition, I was in China. I was in a mountain. I just come back for 1 month. Every year I go to the mountain. I do silent 1 month to 4 months. Last year I did 4 months. Continue uplift my wisdom and connect with the source. He is a great teacher. He shared deep wisdom. His love and compassion really has affected, touched millions of people's life. Little more. Now I will wish the best for his soul. You know, in Chinese, and very sad, I have deep condolences offered to his family members, colleagues, friends, and I feel so sad to lose my spiritual brother. I love him from my heart, honor him. Now I will offer a spiritual way to bless his soul. Because sad in ancient teaching transforms sadness to the strength. His wisdom, his spirit, his light continue bless us. Wish him uplift further. This is usually my major spiritual service. You know, one time Ervin Laszlo has a big scientific conference. He asked me to do an opening beginning. I sing and blessing. It's just my service to him for his soul. Hey, you ya ya, you ya hey, you ya you ya you ya hey, ya yo hey ya yo ya hey ya hey ya ya yo. Hey ya yo yi, hey ya yo yi, hey ya yo ya, hey ya yo yo, hey yo hey yo hey yo hey. Dear Akashic Record, he is expert, great book, and spiritual journey, deep wisdom. I call Akashic Record my love, everyone's love. We wish Akashic Record divine Buddha. Buddha is very good to talk about this, and he has so many wisdom. Jesus, Mother Mary, we ask all the saints, divine, the source, he talked about oneness, to bless Ervin Laszlo's soul journey. He continued gain his wisdom in his soul. I believe his soul. He can continue give his light and wisdom to humanity. We love you. We honor you. We thank you. You always remain in our heart and soul. Thank you. Thank you. Love you. Love you.
Thank you so much, Master Shah, for being here. I don't know if you've seen, but we had a lot of emojis coming up on the screen. Thank you for your blessing, for your singing, for representing China. It's truly an honor to have you, and I know that your friendship was deep with Ervin. He always spoke highly of you. Thank you so much for honoring him. And now I would like to ask Sunil Malhotra from India to say a few words about Ervin. Sunil?
First of all, it's a deeply emotional moment. It has been deeply emotional, but this moment and is even more. And my heart goes out to Carita, to Alexander, Christopher, the whole family. And thank you so much, Nora, for inviting me to represent the East. It almost feels like Ervin decided that I should be on this meeting because I'm one of his youngest and most recent friends. I will start with a short mantra invocation from the Upanishads. It's called the Pavamana mantra. It's in Sanskrit. I will invoke it. I'll do the invocation and then I will explain the words so that everyone gets it. Asato ma satgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityor ma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. This is from the ancient Indian scriptures. We have all heard of the Upanishad. Asato ma sadgamaya is Sanskrit for lead me from the unreal to the real. Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya is lead me from darkness to light. Mrityor ma amritam gamaya is lead me from death to immortality. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shanti in Sanskrit means peace, and the reason it's invoked 3 times typically is because you first ask for peace within you, then ask the universe for peace for the entire external world that you experience, and the third Shanti is for the cosmos and everything else that creates disturbance, and you want peace for everybody. It's one of the most powerful mantras and is used typically in India and in the Indic tradition, basically to say we need light, we need peace, and we need immortality. And we know that in the Indian systems, only the body dies, the Atman or the soul never dies. So it's basically just to remind ourselves that Ervin is with us and will continue to be with us. Today is a bittersweet moment where grief and gratitude sit side by side, each completing what the other cannot say. We mourn because we have lost Ervin's physical presence among us. Yet we also gather in celebration. For if anyone taught us that life is not bounded by birth or death, it was Ervin. A child of the universe, he has returned to the very source from which he came. Most memorably, through science and the Akashic field, and the word Akasha comes from Sanskrit and means space, which is the primordial entity from which everything emerges and goes back into. And Ervin mentioned once that, he did not know this word till he wrote the entire book. And then he came across some of these Indian traditions and said this was very strange that he was thinking exactly the same thing that was already discovered by the ancients almost 4,000 years ago. And that actually validated his whole idea of what he called the Akasha or the Akashic field, which is a field of energy and vibration. He invited us to bridge science and spirituality, reason and intuition, showing that beneath apparent divisions of our worlds lies a profound unity. His message was beautifully simple. Nothing is separate. What touched me most was not only his extraordinary intellect, which we all have borne out and experienced, but his humanity, his humility, his kindness, and his very quiet sense of purpose. He was an activist without being an activist. He never wore his accomplishments as badges. Instead, he carried them with rare coherence, a deep harmony with the cosmos that inspired everyone that was fortunate enough to know him. I had the privilege of knowing him personally, like I said, and the honor of being counted as a friend. I'm sure there are several people who he adopted as friends, which is clearly a sign of the humility of the great man. I will always remain deeply grateful for the warmth, encouragement, and the wisdom he shared with me. His generous support and contribution to my book, Yoga, which brings artificial intelligence and yoga together, were an immense gift. And being invited to contribute a chapter to the great upshift is an honor I will always cherish. Today, as humanity stands at what he often described as a bifurcation point, his voice feels more relevant than ever. He reminded us that the future will not be determined by technology alone, but by consciousness, not by domination, but by cooperation, not by separation, but by togetherness, interconnectedness, and wholeness. With his passing, it does feel as though an era has ended. Yet I believe Erwin himself would gently remind us that endings are also beginnings and transformations. He has passed into the light from where perhaps he can still see and hear us, even though we can no longer see or hear him. His physical journey may have ended, but his work, his ideas, and above all, his spirit remain woven into the fabric of humanity's unfolding story and deeply imprinted in the Akashic field. Thank you, Erwin, for showing us a wiser path, for reminding us of our interconnectedness, and for helping us remember that we are and always have been one. So travel lightly, dear Erwin. Return to the great symphony from which every note arises and to which every note returns. The lighthouse has disappeared beyond the horizon, but its light still reaches the shore. May your onward journey be as luminous as the light you brought into this world. Go well, my friend. Namaste.
Thank you so much, dear Sunil. With that, we would like to close the east. So I'm going to ask Lillian to do that, and then we would move more south, first starting with Australia, and then we move to Africa, then South America, and then North America, and then back to Europe to the north. So Lillian.
Together, let's thank the East and the light of the rising sun to continue to nourish and shed light on Ervin's message. Thank all the lands, the countries, the people for restoring the awareness of our togetherness, for supporting peace and the evolution of humanity with Ervin's message. And let's sing all together to make this resonate in all the strings he has connected, all the pathways he has opened. Hey ya ho yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey ya ho, hey yo, hey ya ho yo, hey yo, hey ya ho, hey yo, hey ya ho, hey yo, hey ya ho yo, hey yo, hey ya ho. Keeping the connection with the east, let's now turn to the south. We acknowledge and honor Ervin's work and presence in the south, all the connections, the pathways he has opened and nurtured there. in Africa, in Australia, in the Middle East, including South Africa, Israel, Iran, Lebanon, lands where Ervin's vision of unity and dialogue and the living interconnectedness of humanity has inspired hearts and minds. May his work take root in the deep memory of the earth, in the waters, the forests, the mountains, and in the consciousness of all living beings and of humanity in the South, to honor his legacy.
Hello, everybody. I didn't know Ervin as well as many of you did. We never met in the flesh. But in 2024, I had the great honor through Unity Earth of hosting an international symposium called Awakening to Humanity's Sacred Mission, inspired directly by Ervin and his extraordinary vision. It brought together people from more than 80 countries to explore the future of humanity. As I speak tonight from Australia, representing the South, or helping to represent the South, I am mindful that I am coming from a continent holding one of the world's oldest living wisdom traditions. For tens of thousands of years, Aboriginal peoples have understood through the dreaming that we are not separate from the earth. We belong to the land, to one another, and to the great web of life. Ervin, through his music, science, and systems thinking, was helping the modern world rediscover that same timeless truth of interconnectedness. He invited us not simply to live on the planet, but to dance with the planet. At the close of our symposium, Ervin left us with words that remain so relevant for us in this moment. He said, "This is the end of a beginning, but not the end of anything else." He urged us to nourish and keep alive the flame. And then rather than saying goodbye, he smiled and said, "Not saying goodbye, but saying hello. Let's keep together." So tonight from Australia, I simply want to say, thank you, dear Ervin, for your fierce commitment, your brilliant mind, and perhaps most of all, your love for humanity and your faith in all of us. I can think of no better way to honor your life of devotion and service than to declare in this sacred space that together we shall keep the flame alive. Together we will continue humanity's sacred mission. May this be, in Ervin's own beautiful words, the beginning of a real beginning, a new phase in humanity's existence. Let us keep together. Blessed be, and thank you.
Thank you, Ben. I understand it's very, very late for you in Australia, so it's already tomorrow in Australia as well. So thank you for being here, and thank you for allowing us also to use your Zoom room. So I'm just telling this to our worldwide audience. We are using Unity Earth's Zoom room. I think that's just very fitting. So thank you again for allowing us to do that. And now we are going to Africa, to Queen Diambi. Thank you for being here.
Greetings, everyone. It's quite an honor for me to be here among friends and family to honor and celebrate the memory and the life work of Dr. Ervin Laszlo. I was myself privileged to have had one of the most amazing conversation ever with Dr. Ervin Laszlo, thanks to the assistance of Gail Gladstone, who made sure that I would have the ability to have a one-on-one with him. I am here to present my condolences to the family and friends and all the ones who are feeling grief for his passing. And of course, it is hard for the people who are left behind to mourn and to let go of the physical presence of a loved one. However, as many have said before me, it is also a celebration of a life, a celebration of a force, a celebration of all that was poured into this reality coming from the consciousness of all that exists through the work of Dr. Ervin Laszlo. And that was his seed that was planted the day he was born. And he had the responsibility to nourish and flourish so that it becomes a tree, and tree branches out and the branches bear fruits. And I think that here we are as a testimony of the fruits that his life seed brought into this life. So I would like to do a small ritual from Africa that is the home of humanity, because all of us started there with the latest scientific evidence, at least 400,000 years of Homo sapien experience, and of course, millions of years of Homo before us. So we are the latest manifestation of the will of this planet, our great mother, to manifest as we are. And we are there to learn, we are there to build together, we are there to remember, and we are there for a purpose. And from that land of Africa comes a very ancient tradition that is called the libation, that we do when we have sacred spaces and we have sacred ceremonies, as the one honoring our dear friend, Dr. Ervin Laszlo. Libation is poured with water. Water is the essential element that represents life and that is necessary to fuel life and to carry life through. So water is extremely sacred, and it also symbolizes not just life, but that we all come from the one source. That source that pours that energy into manifestation in all kinds of ways. We pour libation to honor our relationship with all the elements around us, and to also confirm and reaffirm the fact that we are all linked together with all these elements. And we are all a product of all collaboration of all these elements that we see around us. We are ourselves made of these elements, as Dr. Ervin Laszlo always mentioned about the unity of the system. It is not a system that has separation. It is not a system that has division. It's a system of coherence. That is a system that of manifested collaboration in so many different domains so that we can be here today. I poured the libation as well to honor all the ancestors who have come before us, so that they know that we will never forget them and we will always nourish the memory of all that they have contributed into our life. So I will take symbolically this small bowl and I will pour water. And as I pour water, I will be praying and giving gratitude to the different elements and to the ancestors, and of course, all the way to the source of life, because it's our oldest ancestor. And as I do so, I would like you to also hold your heart's energy with this small ritual so that you also pour in your life energy into this process. And after the ceremony, later, I will go pour the water with that it will be imbued with all of our love, our memories of all the things that were amazing about Dr. Ervin Laszlo, all the teaching that he gave us, and his presence. So we will pour all of that gratitude into the water as I do the prayer, and then I will go later to pour it in the ground so that Mother Earth, because she's still birthing today, she's birthing every day. So Mother Earth will receive our gratitude, our expression of love, our expression of reconnaissance that she's here, she continues to nourish, she continues to bless, and we have poured those intention into the earth. Bakoko, bakoko, bakoko. Oya liboso, oya sima, oya kati, na tondolio matondo. Tozali awa pona kosambela pona Dr. Ervin Laszlo. Totomboli ye na mai oyo tindi. Totomboli ye pona nyonso asali na mokili. Totomboli ye pona kopesa ye matondo pona musala asali pona yo. Totondoli ye matondo mingi. I said, ancestors, 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 we come before you to lift up the spirit of Dr. Ervin Laszlo and to give gratitude for all that he has poured into our lives. The wisdom, the kindness, the love, the generosity, the information, and the call for action. Bakoko, topesio matondo, pona musala asali, topesio matondo, pona bomoi na ye opesi biso na moi. Mai, matondo. Moto, matondo. Mupepe, matondo. Mabele, matondo. Mother Earth, we ask that you recognize our presence in gratitude for everything that you birth into the world thanks to the presence of Dr. Ervin Laszlo into this reality. The work he did, the love he shared, the wisdom he taught is all from you and with you. It was your mission, the one you sent him to do. And we are witness that he did accomplish that mission. I give thanks to all the elements, the water. I give thanks to the earth. I give thanks to the wind. And I give thanks to the fire. For all these elements were present to animate and give force to Dr. Ervin Laszlo so he can do his work. Awa tokei na koko na biso ya liboso, koko na biso ya ebandeli. Tutondoli yo matondo, tokopesa yo nyonso na bomo na biso, pona kosala mosala oyo tindeli biso. It is time to give gratitude to the source of life itself, the wholeness of life, of whom we are just few representatives. We honor the source. We honor the fact that you continue to work through us. We honor the fact that you unite us. We honor the fact that you give us awareness that there is work to do. And we honor the fact that you have sent out people like Dr. Ervin Laszlo to continue this work. And as we pledge here, we will continue to do the work as well. He completed his mission. He's now reunited with the realm of the justified ancestors. May his soul rest in peace. May his soul rise in power to continue to inspire us. And we ask for blessing for all those who are here. Ashe, 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 Matondo. I am grateful for all that you poured into this small ritual. I am very proud to be here again and to tell you that from the land of your primordial ancestors, Africa, the land where everything started, the land from where we all came from, the land from the first time we looked at the sky and the first time we asked the question, why are we here? The first time we had to work with our environment, with nature, within us and outside of us so we can survive. The first time we understood that collaboration was essential for the propagation of our lives. So I am very grateful that you come back home, you come back to the source, so that we can all be together. Remember that we are one, not only in words, but deeply connected in our flesh as well, as coming from one people, one family, one source. I give you gratitude.
Thank you, Queen Diambi. Thank you so much for this incredible, beautiful water ceremony honoring Ervin Laszlo with our ancestors and his wonderful work. I have trouble finding the words, so I would like to just appreciate you being here, Queen Diambi. It's truly an honor to have you here representing Africa. And thank you, Gail, for helping to get Queen Diambi to be here with us on such a short notice. So it's an honor to have you. And now I would like to ask Alberto Villoldo, South America, representing the South Americas, to be on stage.
Thank you, Nora. Thank you. One of the great teachings that I received from Ervin was that we are all children of the same mother. This is the teaching of the wisdom keepers around the world, of the shamans of the Americas, and that we're not only connected and part of the web of life, but that we're here to weave the web of life. We're the weavers. This is the great spider medicine, that we're creating a new web, a new interconnection between all of us and the cosmos and the ancestors and our children's children. We're doing this for them. And I'd like to invite you to join me in a drumming ceremony from the Andes, where we drop into the heart of the mother, because we are all Aboriginal people. We're all children of the same mother. So I'd like to ask you to bring your hands over your heart center and to listen to the heartbeat of the mother, which is the heartbeat of the drum. And in your heart, to open your heart to let Ervin know that he is loved and remembered and supported in his journey. Because we know that love does not end. Love does not end. Even when the form and the biology changes, love does not end. And in the teachings of the South, which are the teachings of the condor, and I have these feathers of the sacred condors of the Andes to wish his spirit great flight. May you open your great wings and continue soaring, dear Ervin. In the stars, you who brought us the cosmos, the wisdom of the ancients, in a language that we could understand today. We wish you great flight. Feel the sun above your wings. See the darkness of the cosmos, the sacred womb of the universe that holds suns and galaxies. And I call on the winds of the south and the west and the north and the east of the four directions for the spirit of the serpent, Sachamama, great serpent, we call on you. Mother of the waters, you who are known in Tibet as the Nagas, you who are known in India as the Kundalini, the life force that awakens within us. We call on the serpent power to carry you, Ervin, in your journey, and to carry the rest of us in completing the mission that we signed up for with you, each one of us. And we call on the medicine of the jaguar to help us through the dark periods and the dark places that we're going through as a humanity, and to do so with courage, to teach us the ways of fearlessness in these times of great fear, to teach us beyond the ways beyond death into infinity, to break down that wall that we've erected artificially, to see through the veils into the infinite, and the medicine of the hummingbird, to drink only from the sweetness, the honey of life. And we call on the medicine of the eagle. The eagle and the condor have flown, begun to fly together once again. The eagle of the north and the condor of the south, wing to wing. And each one of us celebrating the wisdom that you've left us, Ervin, because you have not left us, only your form has changed. That we continue always to fly wing to wing with the Great Spirit, honoring our mother, the mother that we seem to be doing such an excellent job of destroying, that we may go from being earth parasites to being earth stewards, protectors of the mother, of the great mother. Thank you, Ervin, for sharing us your great wisdom. And as your form is returned to the mother, receive him, mother, your child that never left you, and your spirit to the light. He's come back to you, Great Spirit. Aho.
Thank you. We turn to the southwest, thanking all of earth and nature, the forests, the waters, the ocean there, the heart of the peoples, to honor Ervin's work, Ervin's presence, and to continue to have it grow. And we sing together with our hearts to imprint all he has left and to let it continue to be alive. Hey ya ho yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey ya ho, hey yo, hey ya ho yo, hey yo, hey ya ho, hey yo, hey ya ho, hey yo, hey ya ho yo, hey yo, hey ya ho. In breathing in all these connections to the south and the southwest and the east, we now turn to the west.
I just want to open up the west, all of the lands here, both North America, Central America, South America, all of those representations of the West and Ervin's impact on the West. When I was thinking about what I would say here, I was thinking about the impact that Ervin had for me. And I was just learning about the Akashic records. I had just met a friend who had introduced me to that as I began to meet Ervin through working on the documentary that you'll see a little clip of later. And through Ervin, I have met so many wonderful people, and I just want to share that is truly, I think, why we're here. We're all interconnected through this wonderful, brilliant man. And so many of you have brought your traditions and your wisdom to share with us. And I think that's truly the legacy, is just bringing all of the coherence and all of the people from all of the lands together to continue this work. I know the other two lovely women that are representing the West, I would not have met. I met both of them because of the work on the documentary. And I just think that we need to all remember that it is our mission now. As Ervin has left the physical form, it is our mission to continue the work individually, collaboratively, reaching out to one another. And Nora, you mentioned that you struggled to find the words and you asked when the grief would end. And it reminded me of something I had heard years ago, that grief is equal to the love. And as I look here and I see 200 people from all around the world here to honor this wonderful human, I just can't imagine the level of love that is right here, right now, globally, not only in this Zoom room, but it's out around the entire land's entire world. And before I turn it over to Diane, I just wanted to read one of my favorite quotes from Ervin. And he says, "The boundaries of our universe are not the boundaries of the universe." And I think it's so important as we reach across the boundaries of countries and continents and all of those things that, you know, are described by governments, that we remember that it is boundless, that we are boundless, and that we are all interconnected. And I just want us to take a few moments to remember that as we open up this to the West. And I will turn it over to Diane in New York.
Thank you so much, Verdanda. And thank you, Nora, for all that you've really done to not only put this program together, but all that you have done to lovingly support Ervin for many, many years. So as Verdanda said, as we turn to the West, we welcome the place of the setting sun, the direction of turning inward and discovering the deeper truths. So here we enter the gateway of transformation that leads us to new realities. And today we honor Ervin Laszlo, whose life was devoted to helping humanity awaken to a profound truth that we are not separate, but part of one living, interconnected, conscious world in the Akashic field that connects everything. So here in the West, he spent some important years working at the United Nations, which is right across the street from me, directing international research through the United Nations Institute for Training and Research. And he brought together scientists and economists and artists, diplomats, visionary leaders, and citizens from so many nations together to explore how humanity could move beyond conflict towards a unified, shared future. And long before the language of global interconnectedness became common, Ervin was helping all of us see our world and the cosmos as one. I know he was my first introduction to that, so thank you, Ervin. So he invited us to recognize that lasting change begins with consciousness, with remembering our connection to one another, to the earth, and to the source from which all life flows. And as we face the setting sun here in the West, may we carry forward his vision. May his wisdom to support us continue to inspire leaders, communities, and future generations to choose interconnectedness over division, compassion over fear, and the well-being of the whole over the interests of the few. And today we give thanks to Ervin's extraordinary vision, his courage, and his unwavering faith in humanity's capacity to evolve. And our deepest condolences to his beloved Carita, Christopher, Alexander, and his entire family, to Nora and everyone that loved him. And Carita, I just remember our beautiful time in Megève, France, and just seeing the love, the deep love between you and Ervin, and to see Ervin's discipline, doing his morning aerobics and stretching, which he joyfully taught all of us, and writing a few hours a day. We can see why he wrote 100 books, over 100 books and articles and research papers, and walking in the snow in the mountains. Those are memories that will stay etched in my heart. So may we carry his wisdom in our own lives, remembering that every ending carries the seed of a new beginning, and that by reconnecting with Source, we help bring forth the future he so lovingly really envisioned. So may the light of the West carry his work and upshift, the upshift that he envisioned into the winds, across the waters, across the earth, and into the cosmos. And may the seeds he planted continue to grow in all of our hearts and our lives. And thank you, dear beloved Ervin, for your friendship and your great work. May your journey continue in the light.
Thank you. And now we move to the far west coast of the US, and a name that you've heard already on this program because she joined so many of us together. I'd like to introduce Gail Gladstone.
Greetings, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for reminding us the power and the amazing grace of Ervin Laszlo. Greetings, Karita. My heart is here with you, and I love you dearly. Our memories are vast and strong and forever withstanding. Nora, you are just put together something so magnificent that I feel the presence of Ervin because of the power that you have put us all together in. And thank you, everyone, for the memories. I'm representing the West, California. I also would like to acknowledge Hawaii. I did many things, ceremonies with the Hawaiian people for Peace Prevails on a global scale with the Club of Budapest. And I welcome the Club of Budapest. I know they're here also. Magnificent think tank that Ervin put together, some of the most magnificent leaders I've ever had the pleasure to meet. So I bring in Hawaii. We did a big event in Hawaii, all over the world, Japan, India, Australia. We had the Princeton University graciously monitored the event's power, which tells us this proof that was put together through the Club of Budapest, through Ervin Laszlo, through Princeton University, HeartMath. We were able to measure the energetic field worldwide as we all focus together for world peace at one time in each of our individual places, and each location where this energy was focused began showing a change of love and strength and evolution 2 weeks prior to the event and lasted 2 weeks after the event. That shows the power of coming together, of being together. This was an Ervin Laszlo experiment that showed the world that with our intentions, with our focus, with our love, with our commitment, that we are truly one. And I want to thank the Hawaiian people for contributing as they did their presence and circling all the islands and doing hula and sending aloha and doing the flower ceremony and bringing in the Aina, which is the earth. And so just for a moment, I'm going to do a little bit of a ceremony that is precious to me, and I think it's powerful for the world, for the acknowledgement, for Ervin, who is present here, enjoying the acknowledgement, and as he leaves his joy and bliss to come with us here in the memory. I'm putting together, I'm pouring in some of the ocean water, Pacific Ocean, that is actually connects Hawaii and California. And I bring in the healing salts of the Himalayas with the recognition of honey represented here with the sacred bees that keeps love and life here on this planet. Our care, our love is so vital to keep this frequency as it evolves more deeply with Ervin's guidance and his gracious evolution as he left this planet to bring in the cosmic energy and help with the raising of the vibration of the planet. I have also brought in fruit from my land, for the fruit of the planet, the land, Mother Earth, Mother Ocean, avocado. These are the fruits that grow here in California. I have here sacred sage, the sacred sage that is going to bring in for us the sacred smoke, the smoke that brings the healing energy and the power and the transition of dark negativity. I won't call it dark because I believe that dark is all part of the source, and certainly it's what we see in the cosmos. So I bring in the sacred sage from California, and as with my American Indian roots, I am honored to use the sacred eagle feather that represents the United States of America in their appreciation of all the journey he did, all the films he did for PBS, all the acknowledgement that he spent his lifetime doing. And as I say my gratitude and love for this great man, I release the energy field in the sounds of from Mother Earth, bringing it back up into the sacred energy of sound, which he carried and brought to us throughout his life, and send it up into the cosmos to continue this frequency and this work and this love and this evolution that humanity is committed to do. I am so grateful that I am here, and I am more than overwhelmed of the magnificence of persons and places and things that he traveled worldwide to allow people to understand that our connections are real and they are one. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Gail. As we close out the West, I want to honor also the East and the South that came before us, and the North, which will come after. I know that we're honoring the four locations, North, South, East, and West, but I also wanted to bring in, as some of you already did, as Gail did, as our beautiful Queen did, I wanted to bring in the elements. So I have a representation of the four elements. In my ancestry, I have Shawnee, and in my Shawnee ancestors, they would have not only honored the four corners, but they would have also honored the four elements. So as I bring these in and speak a little bit about them, I just want each of you to focus on the elements around you and how even those elements help connect us. So I would like to offer Earth. And Earth is what grounds us, what keeps us tethered. It also supports us and gives us so much nourishment. It's where our food is grown. It's where we often sit to become more grounded and more connected to not only Grandmother Earth, but also to one another. And also the element of air. Air carries our intentions. It carries our words. It carries all of our prayers to Spirit and Source itself. It also provides, again, nourishment. And it also provides a cleansing as we breathe in and out. And it also helps to ground us as well. The next element, and I'm hoping this isn't too warm, no it's not, is fire. And a lot of us believe that fire is destructive. But if you notice, even when fire strikes an area, there's always rebirth. So fire represents not only that warmth and that heat, but it also represents rebirth. And the final element, as many of us already mentioned, is water. And water is where we came from. Water is in all of us. Water is what connects all of the lands. So when we're honoring water, I want you to think about how water really flows through all of us and all of the four corners as we're connecting together in Ervin's honor and in his memory. Let us remember that it is the water and the earth and all of the elements that connect us all. Yahweh, thank you.
Together we thank the West to continue to nourish Ervin's message, Ervin's love, through all the connections that are made, through all the elements, through all the memories of his work. And we make this resonate all together with our voices in the web of life. Hey ya ho yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey ya ho, hey yo, hey ya ho yo, hey yo, hey ya ho, hey yo, hey ya ho, hey yo, hey ya ho yo, hey yo, hey ya ho. And breathing in these connections to the east, the south, and the west, to keep them, we now turn to the north. We acknowledge and honor Ervin's work and presence in the north, all the connections he has opened there through his work, his lectures in Canada, Iceland, Denmark, Sweden, Norway, in the UK. The strands he wove on interconnectedness and cosmic systems. Now, David Lorimer.
Thank you very much. What beautiful contributions we've had so far. And blessings and greetings to all of you, especially Carita and Alexander and Christopher. I'm not in the north at the moment, as you may be able to see. Although I come from Scotland, I am in Switzerland and I live in France, although I go to Scotland often, so I think I can just about represent the north here. And what I want to say about Ervin is to say how I've been inspired by his idealism, by his vision, and by the coherence of his whole worldview. And I'm reminded of a passage from Albert Schweitzer's My Childhood and Youth, another great inspiration of mine, when he said that mature people say that you should just get rid of your ideals, become pragmatic, lighten the load by throwing out your youthful ideals. And Schweitzer said that you should do the opposite. What you should do is to grow into your ideals, never to let them go, and to continue to make your best efforts to bring them into being. And I think this is exactly what Ervin did. He was an idealist in the sense that he had a vision, a sort of prophetic vision, and he dedicated himself heart and soul to that mission of his, and he never wavered. And I think this is really the kind of spirit that we need at the moment, the spirit of Ervin, and this conviction and vision and the not wavering, because there are all sorts of reasons why we might waver, but we all carry the sword of the spirit, and we are able to flash that sword of light in this darkness that we are surrounded by. And I think that his faith in human potential was also an incredibly inspiring aspect of his vision. And this was based on, you know, a very deep understanding of science and metaphysics and consciousness and interconnectedness, interdependence, and also evolution. That he believed that the direction of evolution was towards coherence, towards love, towards collaboration. It may not look like it at the moment, but our task in our movement, as Sir George Trevelyan used to say, is to hold this vision and to co-create to the extent that we can in our particular line of work. And so I do believe that we are moving towards humanity coming together for the common good. And it may take maybe a long road before we arrive at that. But I think the important thing is to set a compass direction and to move in that according to the compass, the true north, if you like, another use of the word north. And today happens to be the birthday of the spiritual teacher that my life is based on, Peter Dunoff, and these are his prayers that I translated from Bulgarian, and his vision was not dissimilar to that of Ervin, a world of the principles of love, wisdom, truth, justice, and goodness. And he said that love is life for the whole. Love is life for the whole. So I'd like to leave you with one of his prayers. These are prayers for the deceased, and so I've adapted it for Ervin. Lord, give light and peace to our beloved brother Ervin. Straighten his path as thou leadest him towards thee. Illuminate his path with light. Send him souls who will guide him, teach and help him on the path which leads to thee. Lord, receive Ervin in thy bosom. Surround him with thy boundless love and lead him in the light of thy wisdom. Lord, bless Ervin. May he grow from love to love, from light to light, from abundance to abundance, and from freedom to freedom. Lord, bless Ervin. May there be peace on his soul and eternal light on his path. Amen. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, David. Maybe now Jude can speak.
Thank you, everyone. As we complete our circle, I wholeheartedly and gratefully invoke the wind, breath, and wisdom of the North, wisdom that Ervin so profoundly embodied. My dear friend Ervin understood and invited us to understand that ours is a living and loving universe. As human beings, he called us to embody the realization that our own innate meaning is inseparable from the cosmic meaning and oneness that is its existential nature, that our story is the story of our universe. Together, he and I appreciated that instead of starting in the implied chaos of a Big Bang, our universe came into being as the first moment of an ongoing and unfolding big breath, which has exquisitely guided its nearly 14 billion year evolutionary journey from simplicity to complexity, diversity, and abundance. This is its and thus ours as its microcosmic co-creators and co-weavers, foundational cosmic meaning and purpose. As its ongoing big breath breathes through us in every moment, what Ervin called our sacred mission to awaken to this wholeness is both vast and yet intimate and personal. By individually and collectively remembering that we are inseparable, as so many of us have spoken to today, inseparable from each other, our planetary home, Mother Gaia, and the whole world. It seemed to both Ervin and myself that our universe is showing us that we are family members of its wondrous and vast communities of life. And in awakening to our sacred mission and answering its call to action, to know we belong and to become its and their co-evolutionary partners, and to take our next steps into the dawning and emergent adventure and potential of a unitive age. In loving remembrance for our beloved Ervin, I invite us now to take a deep breath together, with the in-breath sensing that the vastness of the big breath of our living and loving universe is gently breathing into and through each and all of us. And as we do so, to sense its energy flowing and nurturing us. And then, as we breathe out, add your own personal breath and your own intention of blessings throughout our circle, into the world, for all our relations and the field that holds us all in the universal heart of love. Thank and bless you all, and thank and bless you, dear Ervin, and bless always and thank our beloved Carita, Alexander, Chris, and all of Ervin's family. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jude. Together, let's thank the North for continuing to show the way and to remember Ervin's spirit and love, for restoring awareness of this oneness, of being all members of the same family. And we sing together to enliven all these pathways and strands he has and connections he has made. Hey ya ho yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey ya ho, hey yo, hey ya ho yo, hey yo, hey ya ho, hey yo, hey ya ho, hey yo, hey ya ho yo, hey yo, hey ya ho. Breathing into these connections with the North and with all the other directions, keeping them, holding them together. Deeply rooted in Grandmother Earth. We now turn towards the sky, to the sun, to the cosmos and the infinite realms beyond. And we now honor all the connections Ervin has woven with the invisible world, with the Akashic field, through intuition, with wisdom, and with the love that continues to live and radiate there. We honor the symphony he brought forth in all these realms, as well as on the earthly realm, and the earth choir he conducted. And now together we can join our voices to sing into these loving connections with Ervin, with the unseen presences, guides, saints, inspiration, with all beings in the other realms, with the stars and planets in the cosmos we are part of. May this shared song nourish love and the remembrance of our own oneness. May it continue to grow within us throughout the web of life and alongside with Ervin on his journey beyond this world. Hey ya ho yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey ya ho, hey yo, hey ya ho yo, hey yo, hey ya ho, hey yo, hey ya ho, hey yo, hey ya ho yo, hey yo, hey ya ho. Now once again, breathe from your heart and feel again our circle holding hands. With Grandmother Earth and the living web. Sense now how our circle has been enriched. Feel all the connections that we have sung and that now live within it and around this circle. How is your heart breathing now with life? Holding these connections deeply in your heart, in your body, and in the earth beneath you, and in all the living connections around you. We can now gently release our hands while remaining connected. Keep these heart connections alive so they may continue to grow together with Ervin and flourish through life. And thus contributing to our human sacred mission. And to continue to sing in these connections, I invite now Kristen.
Thank you so much. It's such an honor to be here. I first met Ervin in person when I was playing at the signing of the Fuji Declaration at the beautiful sanctuary with the Saiyajis at the foot of Mount Fuji, and it felt so fitting to meet such a great being as Ervin in the company of such a great mountain being. So just bowing and remembering him in that energy today. And it's funny the way soul works. I was planning to share a different song today, a slower song, and as I stepped into this space, I kept feeling a tap on my shoulder. Oh, I want you to sing this song called Universal, which I brought through after reading beloved sister Jude Curvin's book, The Cosmic Hologram. So today Ervin was saying, this is the right message. This is the right message. So I'm going to follow this cosmic instruction and share with you Universal. I was feeling him saying, this is the song for the upshift within and the upshift that we're sharing in. So feel that inner upshift as you're listening to the music. Feel that Gaian upshift. Feel that cosmic upshift. And let the music be a portal to reconnect us and remind us. This is for you, Ervin. Thank you. There is a song that we all know as we all play parts in this universal, note by note and bit by bit, our symphony of consciousness. Have we forgotten harmony is holographic and complete? Fear by fear we've been making choices here in the dissonance of our voices. Believe and you will see into greatness calls our being. Feel the information rearranging for our worldview healing. Sing in unity. Time is the universal thought. Space is the breath of who we are. Co-creators in the music. Our awareness is the tuning. Just as ones and zeros speak the language of technology, we are the manifested glory of our information story. Believe and you will see into greatness calls our being. Feel the information rearranging for our worldview healing. gratitude, love and gratitude. Thank you, Ervin, for the miracle you have brought into our hearts, into our lives, into our cosmic, universal song. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kristen, for honoring Ervin's symphony that way. I'd like to open the space for Carita and Alexander if you want to.
And wonderful to be here with you. Thank you so much. Carita.
I wanted to thank you. Thank you very much, every one of you. Ervin would have been so happy to have been here and had heard in his lifetime. But I'm sure that he's here rather, anyway, in another dimension. And he sends his love to all of you and to all of us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mom. You know, my mother, Carita, has been with Ervin now for 70 years. And I have been with him my whole life. But we were with him for his last month together, visiting him every day. And in that time, he was beautifully transitioning. He talked to us about his being across dimensions, across these domains. He asked several times, is this real here? And where am I? He was in this almost this liminal space floating between these different realities. And to think of his full transition now. I want to make one little sharing here. I want to read to you from his book, one of his books, The Whispering Pond. He has a poem at the very end called The Whispering Pond. And this is what I will share with you. It connects also with what Sunil Mayorta Jasso shared in terms of the lighthouse and this not being a goodbye. So, Ervin's poem, The Whispering Pond. Come, sail with me on a quiet pond. The shores are shrouded, the surface smooth. We are vessels on the pond, and we are one with the pond. A fine wake spreads out behind us, traveling throughout the misty waters. Its subtle waves register our passage. Your wake and mine coalesce. They form a pattern that mirrors your movements as well as mine. Other vessels who are also us sail the pond that is us as well. Their waves intersect with both of ours. The pond's surface comes alive with wave upon wave, ripple upon ripple. They are the memory of our movement, the traces of our being. The waters whisper from you to me, and from me to you, and from both of us to all the others who sail the pond. They say, our separateness is an illusion. We are interconnected parts of the whole. We are a pond with movement and memory. Our reality is larger than you and me and all the vessels that sail the waters and all the waters on which they sail. Ashe, and thank you so very much. As Carita said, Ervin would like this. He would love all of you, and thank you from our hearts.
Thank you for your presence and sharing. And now we're going to share how Ervin's message will continue to live and spread. Through the upcoming books and film.
Is The Evolution of Wholeness. It's probably about 1,000 pages. And it is the systems concept of the new story of the love story of the universe. I'm going to not say much about it because I think the mystery is kind of fun. And we will be emailing everybody that's here today and announce its release when it comes. And I will include some information and summary about the book. So we're very excited about that. We've been working on it since last May 2025. And of course, Waterside is very honored to present the Sacred Quest. Some of the speakers today are in the book. It's his the last book he did make. It'll be for free electronically from today up through the 16th. So you can enjoy, download it for your pleasure, and kind of look at some of the speakers here today, what they said in the Sacred Quest, some of Ervin's last words written for public use. So I think we're really happy to have that. He's probably written over 100 books, but I don't have the count. But I do have at least 83 that I know of. So I'm not sure how to run through them all, but he was a very prolific writer. I know my late husband would work with him to make the science of the books more mainstream, because when Ervin was writing, he was so scientific, and I think maybe English was his fourth language. And so his books went on to make huge differences worldwide. I want to show you one thing. This is one of his books, The Upshift, The Great Upshift by Ervin Laszlo and David Larimer, I believe. Yes, and he's also in the Sacred Quest. So in our meetings with the documentary, and this is not for me to announce, but it's very exciting. He has a few books about Upshift, and they're available on Amazon, and honor the documentary as all his books do. So thank you again for letting me speak and about his works a little bit. And I'm happy to compose a list of all his books and have Nora send it out to all you wonderful attendees here today. Thank you, Ervin, for everything. You're so incredible.
Now Nora or Radonda will go on presenting the upcoming film of Ervin's extraordinary life.
Thank you, Lillian. Yes, before opening the floor for everyone to speak and share your thoughts, memories about Ervin, there's so many beautiful contributions in the chat already, but I would like to show you a 6-minute video of the film that we are working on. This is Ervin speaking beautifully, and just to feel that, I guess. I'm sorry, I don't really have the right words to say. I'm just still under the influence by everyone, and I just really grateful for everyone for being here, and truly grateful for Lillian for guiding us through this beautiful circle. So thank you, Lillian, for being our guide, and just your beautiful light is just so honoring. So thank you.
Here we stand, one place on this planet, where humanity and nature are in harmony. Humanity here is not an intrusion, it's part of this landscape. We can live together and we can feel that. We can feel that we are part of a larger design. We were born here, we emerged here, we can live here. This would be an ideal for all parts of the world to live in a way in which we can feel the oneness, our oneness with the world around us. We call this coherence. Coherence inside, within us, which means our healthy body, healthy mind, but also coherence with the world around us, which means aligned with the divine purpose that infuses all of life, all of this planet. That is the ideal. We call it super coherence. This would be a beautiful thing to do, to be able to achieve. We can't all achieve it at the same time in every part of the world, but we can strive toward it. We can create our own reality. We can create our own world. This is the harmony. This is the melody. This is the oneness that we have always been seeking. All civilizations, all cultures have been seeking this. A few places on earth we can find it. We should be able to bring it to all parts of the earth, so that we can all live together in harmony with each other and with the larger design around us, a cosmic design, which is the design of a divine intelligence that infuses all things in the world, including us. It's in us. Let us bring it out so that we live together according to this spark, according to this design. It's an ideal that's worth striving for. I always had a kind of a sneaking suspicion that there is more to the world than meets my eyes and ears. When I started looking into philosophy and science, I found that there is indeed. We now know that what we actually perceive with our eyes and with our ears is only a very, very small percentage, very, very small segment. There is this little sliver of the reality that lies behind. I was always curious because I suspected that there is more to the world, that this world is really, as Einstein has said, a miraculous world, because he said, you can live your life as if nothing is a miracle, only what you see and what you hear, and that's all there is to it, or if everything is a miracle. In the new sciences, coming from quantum physics to cosmology, and to the new human sciences, new consciousness research, that this world is indeed a miraculous world. We could understand it, we could perceive it, but there is a condition, and that condition, which I came across very early in my life, is that we do more than believe what we see. We also have to realize that we see what we believe if we have a suspicion, an implicit, instinctive belief that this is a miraculous world. We will see much more of it. We will see the beauty, we will see the significance, we will see all that lies behind the phenomena. We were born into the world that was born in an explosion beyond what is known as a Big Bang, and it evolved ever since. We are a product, we are an element, something that resulted in this miraculous world evolving in space and time further and further, and embracing mind and consciousness. Now, if you have this belief that there is more to the world, and you can start seeing more of the world. And how do you do that? First of all, you're open to it. Now you're open because you know that there is more to it. That you are a part of a great, wide, evolving lineage. Do you meditate? Yes, it helps. But openness you can get in many different ways. So looking at the beautiful landscape like we have here, through singing, through dancing, through poetry, so all the things that bind people together and bring us into a higher state of awareness, a higher consciousness. The awe that we all feel when we are in the presence of something that we believe is a sacred, something that is bigger, more embracing the all of us. And then we begin to feel the bonding, the love that is there underneath it all. All of nature is bonded together by instant ties of communication. Harmony. Harmony is not something artificial. Harmony is there in the cosmos. We could not be here unless we were in harmony, in tune with the rest of the cosmos. But we are often forgetting that. And the way to recover it is to go back into yourself, open up, know that you are a miraculous being in a miraculous world. When you are a spiritual person, you can also be a scientific person. There are no contradictions. What you need to do is simply accept that is something real beyond what we are talking about. Maybe we'll elaborate it with a certain, we'll change it, develop it, evolve it, but it is real. We are talking about the real world. A timeless intuition that is now becoming credible in the modern world. Give it credibility, try it, and you will see that your mind, your life, your consciousness will be enriched. That is our promise, and that is our hope for you and for all of us together. Because we need this new consciousness to survive and to flourish in this world.